Hi, in this video we're going to introduce how to bring the scale animations from the bones into the actions and use that action drive your agent in the simulation and make it support the scale animation on the bones. So let's first open our example file, the sample 102, the bone scale in action, owning element. Okay, let's open this file, and you can see that in this file, let's just show owning the DGDAC node, and there are 3 stages for this tree character. The first stage is for the frames from the first to the 75. It's just a loop, a wave animations, and from the 75 frames to the 150, it's kind of growing up. And this growing, we use the scale. Please notice that we're actually using the scale. And from the frames 150 to the final 200, it's kind of another loop for the big tree. So what we're going to do is bring these animation into the 3 action nodes and drive our agents with this scale contain the scale, the actions. So the first step, we need to click the Miami Ready and create our origin agent. So for the first frame, the default pose, you can see that everything is bring back to 0. So let's just create the origin agent from this frame. So create it, and you can see that our origin agent has been created just like this. And just to hide this, Control H. And the second step, let's create our action. Before we create the action, we need to enable joint scale in the bone infrastructure feature in our Miami Global, the tab. So please enable this when you create the action, and also enable this when you simulate your scene. So please just always enable this when you wanted to enable the scale feature. So let's enable that, and then let's create our action. Let's change the frame range 75 and create our first one, action wave 1, or stand 1. Let's proceed, and then let's set up this is kind of a steal, and the action, cycle action. Okay, the stand 1, and then let's create another. Let's cancel. We needed to fix the frames in the 76 to 150. Okay, this is kind of a growing like this, and let's create action, grow, and proceed. And this is kind of a transition action. Okay, just like this. And finally, 151 to 200. It's kind of another loop for the big tree. Let's create action. Stand 2. Set up. Steal and cycle action, and use this by default. Okay, everything is cool. And now let's create our transition map. Let's first try our simple transition. We need to hide the setup and unhide the origin agent and create our placement node, and just like this. And for the logic, we needed to create our first default and make this default. The default action is stand 1, and then let's create our second one, stand 2. So it will playback the stand 1 when the default, and then after some frames it will try to transit to the stand 2. Please make sure and when the simulation, this enable joint scale is still enabled. Let's place our agents. Okay, we need to set the frame back. Here we can set the start frames to 1 so that everything is correct. So let's play back our simulation. You can see that the the agent is growing up in the transit from the stand 1 to the stand 2. Let's play back once again, stand 1 and stand 2. So this actually enabled our scale inside of this bone structure. And also we can use it in our transition map feature. So this is kind of a simple transition. So what we can do is disable the simple transition and apply this into our into our transition map mode and apply this grow animation. So you can see that the simple transition did not use the grow action. It's just directly they scale the tree from the stand 1 to the stand 2. So let's build our transition map for the second stage. So create state stand 1 and create another state stand 2, and let's just change a color, color 1, and then let's build in the transition. Let's connect from this and used our control key, control click, something like that. Control click, control click. Okay, and then let's double click this and add an action stand 1. And this is grow. You can see that this text is the white, so that the action is exist in our structure, and the second one is stand 2. And we just build our transition map, and let's play back our simulation again, and you can see that the agent will try to play back the stand and then choose the grow, and finally it will looping in the stand 2. So this is the transition map for the scale in the bone. The key and the most important thing is you always need to enable the joint scale in the bone infrastructure feature. So this is all about the scale animation. So thank you for watching. See you next time.